Welcome to Pocket of Peace Yoga. I'm delighted you've chosen to join me. We're going to start on our backs in reclined teepee. So your feet will be at the side edges of the mat, knees fall in to rest upon one another. And then let's go ahead and place one hand on our belly, one on our chest, just below our collarbone. Just notice the wave of breath passing through your body. As you inhale, your belly lifts, your ribs expand, and your chest lifts. As you exhale, everything softens. Then start to gently turn your head from side to side. Come back to center. Extend your arms and legs long on the mat, biceps by your ears. Big stretch, fingertip to toe tip. And as you exhale, side all out and hug your legs in towards your body, holding on either behind your thighs or on your shins. And maybe it would feel good to gently rock from side to side. Maybe place your hands on your knees and just kind of make little circles with your legs in one direction and then the other. Then lower your left foot down to the mat as you hug your right leg in toward your body. And then maybe bring that leg out to the side a bit. And through center. And then out. And back. Extend your right leg long, foot up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh and just gently bring your leg a little closer to your body. And then point and flex your right foot. Make circles with your foot in one direction. And then the other. Lower your right foot down to the mat next to your left. Then hug your left leg in towards your body. And maybe drawing it out towards the left side. And through center. And then out. Back through center. Straighten your left leg up towards the sky, holding on behind your leg with your fingers interlaced. And point and flex your left foot. And circle your foot in one direction. And then the other. Then bring your left foot down next to your right. And bring your feet off the mat so your knees and your hips are both bent 90 degrees. And on the inhale, We're going to extend our right leg out so the calf kisses the mat. And on the exhale, we'll bring it back. And now the left. And back. Let's do that 2 more times each side. Now let's start to gently sway from side to side, letting our legs go over, maybe knees towards one side of the mat and the other, just back and forth, whatever range of motion feels good in your body today. Come back to center. Lower your feet down to the mat. Maybe out with your feet at the side edge. Inhale here, and then exhale, let your legs fall over to the left, and pause. Come through center, let them fall over to the right. Through center and to the left. Through center and to the right. Go ahead and roll over onto your right side. Just a few breaths here. Just a little happy moment of gratitude for this time that we can spend nourishing ourselves. And then let's press up into a seated position. Option to sit directly on the mat or a cushion. I like to sit on a yoga block. And with our hands down on the mat, let's just start to bring some movement to our shoulders. Kind of rotating them forward and back. And then switch directions. Come back to center. Extend your right arm out, fingertips reaching for the wall. And you start to tilt your head away from the extended arm. And maybe place your hand on your head, not pressing down, just the weight of your hand increasing the stretch. Inhale here, and as you exhale, rotate your arms so the thumb is down. And thumb up. And thumb down. And up. Release your arm down. Release the hand from your head. Gently lift your head. Now your left arm extends out. Tilt your head away. Maybe place the other hand on your head. Inhale here, and as you exhale, rotate your arm, thumb down. And thumb up. And down. And up. Lower your arm down. Release the hand from on top of your head. Slowly lift your head back up. And left arm extends up. And then your right. and again. Now both arms come out, reaching towards me and up to the sky. Rotate your arms so your palms are face out. Bring your arms out shoulder height with a bend in your wrists as though pressing the walls away. And lower your arms down. Let's do that one more time. And lower your arms down. Now come off of the block or the cushion, and we're going to go to tabletop. Hips are over your knees, and your shoulders are just a little bit behind your wrists. And we'll start with a couple cat and cows. So we'll inhale as our hips lift, belly drops, chest drops, gaze looks in front for cow, and as we exhale, chin to chest, round in our backs, hips tuck under. Let's do that again. And back to table. Just start to lift your right hand, bring the hand back towards your knee, your hip, arm reaches up, fingertips to the sky and down to the mat. And we'll do that 2 more times. And now the left hand lifts, back by the knee, the hip, and up. And 2 more times. Start to walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead down to the mat for puppy pose. Use your hands to press into the mat, walking yourself back up to table. The right arm lifts, fingers reach to the sky, and we thread the needle. Bring your right cheek to the mat. Maybe sliding the left hand to the top of the mat. And with your left hand back underneath your shoulder, press yourself up. A right arm lifts. And back to table. Then we're going to turn our hands out so our wrists are facing each other and our fingertips are off the side edges of the mat. And then from here, we're just going to kind of rock gently from side to side. Just feeling a nice stretch in our hands and wrists, forearms. And then we'll pick up our hands and we'll turn them so the fingertips are towards our knees. Pause here for a breath. And then let's do a cat and cow. Belly drops, gaze lifts. And chin to chest, round your back, hips tuck under. Back to table. And then turn your hands Once again, so they're back towards fingertips facing the top of the mat. Now the left arm lifts up, fingertips to the sky. You thread the needle, left cheek comes to the mat. Maybe it feels good to slide the right hand to the top of the mat. And bringing your hand under your right shoulder, press in to rise up. Left arm reaches high, fingers to the sky, and back to table. Let's just do some circles here, circling our hips around in one direction. And then the other. And then we're going to come to sit down again, but this time in deer pose. So with your left leg, the shin forward, and then the right, the shin out to the side. Just taking a moment here, a few breaths to let your body adjust. And then we're going to start to put our hands in front of us and walk out just a bit. Slowly lowering your upper body down towards your front leg. And rising up. And inhale, both arms overhead. And as we exhale, the left hand comes down to the mat, right arm reaches up and over. And up through center, and exhale, we reach and we bend again. Arms reach up and then lower down, and the hands come down behind us, and we're going to lean back so we can windshield wiper our legs back and forth. And then we'll switch sides here. And once we get to deer pose on this side, yes, just a moment, kind of let our bodies soften and relax. And then placing the hands in front of the front shin, just walking them forward a bit. Leaning forward for wherever you feel a good stretch. And then pressing yourself up. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, right hand comes down to the mat, left arm reaches up and over. And inhale, both arms up and over to the other side. And inhale, both arms up. Then float them down to the side, and then bring your hands behind you. And again, leaning back and windshield wipering the legs back and forth. And then come to an easy seated posture, facing me. Inhale your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. And this time as we exhale, let's bring our thumbs to our foreheads for kind thoughts, to our lips for kind words, and to our heart center for a heart that is open to both give and receive kindness. Thank you for joining me.